Hello student, today I will explain you first chapter of Defense Studies. Changing nature of the concept of national security. What is national security? National security means physical protection of the state from external aggression. National security is often understood as the capacity of a nation to mobilize military forces to guarantee its border and to successfully defend against terrorism, minimization of crime, environmental security, food security, cyber security, etc. The aim of national security is to achieve peace and harmony among people. National survival, which is the core of national security, depends on effective conservation of our environment so that industrial and technological growth go hand in hand with environment. Environmental conservation is a broad term which refers to the actions we take in order to protect our planet and conserve its natural resources. We are very well aware of the fact that the human life on earth is supported by various components of the environment. There is a direct relationship between environment and life on earth. Any kind of harm or disruption to the environment will directly or indirectly affect the life of organisms on this earth. So, we need to understand that the natural resources should be used in a sustainable manner and not to fulfill our greed. Another important element of national survival is national unity. National unity forms a significant role where citizens can share their opinions, values, etc. Progress of nation depends on unity because it helps better to understand the need and choices of the people by the government, which will help to bring development and safety in the country. In the Indian context, the term security is represented by more than one word in Sanskrit language. In Sanskrit, the word Raksha, Rakshanam, Rakshak is derived from the root Raksh. It means protecting, defending, watching. Suraksha means security. Abhayam means fearlessness, elimination of fear, safety and security. Thus, if you see, security is one word, but it is represented by more than one word in Sanskrit. Chanakya, otherwise known as Kautila or Vishnugupta, was an Indian scholar, teacher, philosopher, economist, jurist. Jurist means who is expert in law, and royal advisor. He authored the ancient Indian political treatise, the Arthashastra. In Arthashastra, he divides the concept of security into internal and external security. Internal security is the act of keeping peace within the border of a sovereign state or other self-governing territories, generally by upholding the national law and defending against internal security threats. External security or security against external aggression is both a civil and military affairs. Civil means it's a common people. So it is military in execution but civil in design. In the decades of 1980s and 1990s, a lot of new thinking was done on the concept of security. Some of the important contributions were made by William Brandt, was a German statesman and politician who served as a Chancellor of the Federal Republic of Germany, that is West Germany, from 1969 to 1974. He was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1971 for his effort to strengthen cooperation in Western Europe and to achieve reconciliation between West Germany and the countries of Eastern Europe. The report titled A Program for Survival. Second, Common Crisis North-South Cooperation for World Recovery. According to this report, they focused on the problems of development and how military resources can be used for development of the country. Olof Palme. Olof Palme was the Prime Minister of Sweden who chaired the Independent Commission on Disarmament and Security in Geneva. Disarmament means withdrawal of military forces and weapons. He acted as UN Special Envoy to mediate in the war between Iran and Iraq. The report he made was Independent Commission on Disarmament and Security Issue. This report suggested the approach of common security. This means that one country cannot be secure by making the other country insecure. They must search for common security. Means every country should be secure. A non-state actor is any organization that is not a part of government. It works for a specific purpose for which it is created. Some of the important organizations work in the area of environment, health, women and child development, etc. They are also referred to as NGO, that is non-governmental organization or voluntary organization. Function of NGO. They act as a mediator between society and government. When some issues are not solved or reach to the government, NGO plays an important role in conveying these issues. And some issues which are intentionally looked down by the government, then these NGOs look after these issues and solve the problems. Comprehensive security. Comprehensive security is a diverse approach where the entire threat and preventive measures of a region are taken into consideration. These are not bound by borders or countries. The main areas that are included in the concept of comprehensive security are environmental security. Here the problems are focused on the problems such as ecological problems such as pollution, energy problems, population issue, food related problem, climate change, water resource management, etc. These problems have been looked out by the environmental security. Economic security. Here they focus on the problems of poverty, employment opportunities, etc. Societal security. Here they focus on the problems of issues of migration, social conflicts based on religions, ethnicity or caste are discussed here. Political security. Here the threat from political conflicts based on ideology or religions are being looked after here. Human security. Human security is concerned with safeguarding and expanding people's vital freedom. It requires both protecting people from critical and pervasive threat and empowering people to take charge of their own lives. The 1994 Human Development Report, that is HDR, highlighted two major components of human security that were in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. First is freedom from fear. Freedom from fear means that no one should be in a fear of their government, its armed force, that is police, who acts undemocratically, or even their neighbors. Second is freedom from want. Freedom from want means basically to be in a situation where you don't have to worry about such things as where your next meal is coming from, as you can have clothes yourself or your children, or get a roof over your head. The 1994 reports introduces the concept of human security, which equates security with people rather than territories, and with development rather than weapon. The 1994 HDR was even more specific, listing 7 essential dimensions of human security. First is economic security. People must have an assured basic income. They should get at least a basic income. Second is food security. All people must get and afford to have a basic food. Third is health security. Threat to health security is usually greatest for poor people and those who live in the rural areas. So people must have access to the health services. Fourth one is environmental security. Intensive industrialization and population growth have put a lot of strain on environment. So it is necessary to protect our ecosystem. Personal security. Threats can be of many kinds like torture, war, crime, domestic violence, rape, child abuse, etc. People must feel secure and protected from all kinds of these violences. Sixth one is common security. People get security by being in a family. They feel more comfortable in a family, correct? Community, caste or ethnic group, etc. Such groups offers practical support. Political security. Last one. People should be able to live in a society that will honor their basic human right. Thus, the focus of concept of human security is on the people. So, human security is not concerned with weapon. It is concerned with human life and dignity.